On Women Wise today, let's touch upon some very important aspects of our existence, our lifestyle, health, and well being. Yoga weaves all of these together in a holistic manner to create a balance between our body, mind, and soul. Our guest today, Yogacharya Munira Sabuwala, shares some valuable insights about yoga and explains to us medical yoga therapy about which most of us are unaware. A warm welcome to Yogacharya Munira, and let's know more about her first. Welcome to Women Wise. Our guest for today's session is Yogacharya Munira Fakhar Sabula, and she is a medical yoga therapist and Ayurveda lifestyle management consultant. Yogacharya, please tell the viewers something about yourself.
Hi, thank you for inviting me. Okay, so my name is Munira Sabuwala. I'm basically a medical yoga therapist and an Ayurvedic lifestyle management consultant. So I've done my masters in medical yoga therapy and I'm pursuing my doctorate in the same. So I've been in this field for the past 15 plus years and as into yoga, in therapy from the past 4 to 5 years, and as an Ayurveda consultant also since almost that much time. So I take regular yoga classes also, plus I deal in patient rehabilitation where yoga is used as a method to treat ailments. So first it was first patients used to go to allopathy and then after allopathy they come to yoga as a kind of complementary, just to the allopathy.
Add to the
just a supplementary kind of, or complementary to allopathy, because they just wanted they'd done their major surgeries, everything was over, and then for their pain or whatever and all. But now, especially for psychosomatic conditions, especially for mental rehabilitation, yoga is seen worldwide as a primary line of treatment, which is a very big breakthrough.
Yes.
So that's the essence of this therapy.
Yeah. Yoga has been there existent in India for thousands of years, and now it is practiced all over in each and every part of the world.
In fact, you will be really surprised if I tell you this, that our Omkar, our Kapalbhati is all patented by the foreigners.
Oh my God, that's
yes. So we have yogas, Vedas since years, but naturally we were more into aping the West. So we actually never, even it was never introduced in our schools or whatever.
Right.
So we never got the opportunity for our own culture, which was there with us, and the foreigners took it and now they patented it.
My God, they took, they benefited from
I just read a book on mantras. I just forgot the author's name. It's like the power of mantras or something like that. So it's a foreign author who's telling us कि ओम गणपताय नमः मतलब वो इतने टाइम चैंट करने से you will get this and that, and he's got success stories behind it.
Okay,
so which is very much part of us, but we didn't realize it.
We didn't realize, each and every sound has some vibrations which
sparsha, so mantras right for relationships, to for betterment of your wives, to your children, to even for diseases there are mantras. So it is like so powerful.
Very interesting. We would get to know lots. I'm so happy to have you here. So before we start and go ahead with our further questions, how important is physical fitness in one's life? Person must be having a lot of wealth, but where does fitness stand?
See, basically to enjoy that wealth also you need fitness.
Right.
And if you go to the world WHO definition of health, so it is not only physical well-being, it's physical, mental, emotional and spiritual well-being.
Oh yes.
So it's like everything, and social
all
well-being.
In one.
So it's all into one. So you need to be mentally fit, physically fit, and even spiritually and socially. So I think yoga gives you a platform in which you are so balanced as a personality that you fit in all all parameters of the society, and you can live a very balanced and fulfilled life.
Yes,
that's
a multi-dimensional benefit system. And how did your fitness journey begin? How did you get into this field?
See, basically, I was a science student. Okay, but I had an early marriage, so I couldn't pursue my dreams of getting into MBBS and stuff like that. As I had kids at a very young age and marriage at a very young age. But then, when I was barely in my early 20s, after I delivered my children, I was struck with rheumatism, like rheumatoid arthritis.
Oh my God!
So it is a condition in which there's inflammation of all the joints of your body and all. So everyday task is a problem. Like to get up in the morning, even you can't hold your brush. Like, when
oh my God! To that extent.
Yes. Combing your hair, like doing your own stuff, wearing your clothes, your knee will not bend, it will just crack up, So I was diagnosed with that condition, though I have no medical, no family history, because this is normally hereditary history. It's an autoimmune disorder. So in which the own body cells work against you. So you can't do anything much, right?
Okay.
So allopathy has treatment about that, but excuse me. But an allopathy, like you have to keep on taking medicines and painkillers all your life, and ultimately they will deposit on the liver or kidneys. And every medicine will have its side effects. So when I got into this, I also went into a depression, because when I went to the doctor, I went to a very eminent city doctor, and there were like at least 45 patients in front of me, coming from all parts of Pune, because he was a very famous doctor, and they were all 7 years into arthritis and 15 years and 20 years and taking tablets and all. So that really scared me. So I went to him, he showed me the medicine, he said, yeah, you'll have to take it for life. So I just went home and I just slept, and I was very depressed. I said, I don't want to do this. So I never took any medicines, though I was in a lot of pain. Then I just studied things on the net, okay, and that's how my journey started. So I started learning about Ayurveda, like what kind of food habits do I need to change, okay, so I did not know that I could cure it, because it's an incurable disease, but at least how to maintain. Okay, then I got into yoga, that how yoga can help me. So that's how it started, and like for 3 years I followed very rigorously a very good yoga pattern and an Ayurveda food pattern, like having a lot of green moong and a lot of other stuff that I did. I went into naturopathy, and so a combination of yoga, naturopathy and Ayurveda. Ayurveda basically food pattern, okay, not even medicines. So I was completely off arthritis in around 3 years time without taking a single allopathy medicine.
You took right decision at right time and in a right way. Otherwise, people, somebody else would have been there. You would have got scared,
I was scared because, and when I went home, I told you I was depressed, and for the first 15 days to live with so much pain in your body, like it was very difficult for me. And like family supported, but then towards evening, everything would just drop off my hand.
Yes,
I was in fatigue. There's extreme fatigue in rheumatoid arthritis. By 6 o'clock or 7, my children were very small. By 6 and 7, I used to be just feeding one of my child, and my tray would just drop, and I would just go to sleep. So I would be in the room, like in a very different kind of state. So thankfully, by the grace of God and through yoga and Ayurveda, I managed to reverse it. And not only reverse it, then I started taking part in a lot of marathons, and then I started.
Hats off to you.
So that's how it just started with me. So I felt that since I have got so much out of this, I wanted to spread it more. So that's how I got it into a proper program, like a proper a master's degree, and I studied it. And then I took up a lot of other courses, like I did the Ayurvedalifestyle management consultant courses and naturopathy courses and acupressure courses, and somehow that's how I maintained.
Oh, that's great. And you have so many feathers in your cap, so facets to your personality also. And do you conduct classes?
Yes, I conduct classes also. I previously, before COVID, I had a studio in Cannes, and there I used to conduct my classes, and I used to take classes at home also, because I do a lot of prenatal yoga. It's one of my specialty.
Prenatal yoga.
Yeah. So I had students coming home for prenatal yoga also, and now also I conduct the classes. I take therapy one-on-one sessions. So if there's a rehabilitation, so if there is a cancer rehabilitation patient or a paralytic rehabilitation patient, then I take one-to-one therapy at home. That's an hour's therapy, or a psychic disorder or something. And then I have group classes also. So people come for group classes. They are both online and offline.
Oh, that's great.
So that's how it works.
So people, if anyone needs help, if you are suffering, just get in touch with Dr. Yogacharya Munira. And I'm really glad to have her here, because I know so many people. I can actually visualize and imagine. I know so many people whom I need to recommend.
So I really feel blessed by God's grace, that because when I see rheumatoid arthritis patients coming to me, they have already followed allopathy for years, and then they have some or the other damage done, and especially a lot of them have got a lot of hands which is already not working well, so the bones have already bent to a certain extent. So at least we try कि यहाँ से इतना इससे बुरा ना हो, वहीं पे ठहर जाए, और वहाँ से at least functional उनका ठीक हो, वहीं से और बुरा ना हो, at least till that we can help. So we play on your mind also, like we give them a lot of motivation. We basically we go into all layers of the body. Okay, so yoga believes that there are 4 koshas. Okay, the body, Annamaya kosha. Okay, that's what we feed and eat. So what allopathy treats is the body. Okay, then yoga goes into the next kosha, is like the Manamaya, mental. Okay, so for that we have chantings and all. Then we have the Pranamaya, that means your breath. So that's why we give you pranayam meditations and all that. With the help of pranayam, you can get rid of so many of your diseases, because your immunity and your breathing is so powerful that you're throwing off the toxins. Okay? Then we go to the other kosha, which is the Vijnanmaya kosha, that is the buddhi that we have, So intellect also, like it sharpens the intellect, so you can take proper decisions about yourself when you are very aware and conscious. Basically, see, we are breathing, but we are not conscious. So that, and the last is the layer of bliss, Anandmaya kosha. So that is a layer of bliss, like when you really sleep deep and all, you are in that kind of a kosha, So we try to take them through all levels, that if there is any disturbance at any level, that will enter. So if my mind is disturbed, it will enter my body. If my breathing is disturbed, it will enter my body.
Yes, and everything is so interrelated, interconnected. One thing gets disbalanced or something wrong goes, other things get basically collapse.
Yeah, definitely. If you take an example, a person is like, not breathing well. So you must be wondering, he's eating well, everything. Why every time he's suffering, Because maybe he's just not breathing well. He's breathing very shallow. So उसके body में जब oxygen जो जाना चाहिए पूरा, and the process of oxidation and proper digestion and proper assimilation doesn't happen because he's not breathing well.
Right.
It's such a small thing. Maybe he's just sitting like that all the time. His posture is wrong, and he's just not breathing well.
Right.
So we try to correct that, first posture alignment. Then we ask them to breathe well. When they breathe well, they feel nice, they feel good. Then we throw toxins out through breathing, and also simple issues like asthma. Like people suffer with asthma, so they can be solved by just cleansing technique and proper breathing.
Interesting.
Like people are using pumps. So when they come to us, they decrease that pumps. Asthma patients by at least 60 to 80% people give off pumps. Okay, they're very aged, then okay. But like the younger generation, they are completely, when they come to us, they will be off pumps forever. No steroids, no pumps.
सबसे अच्छा इंटरेस्टिंग बात ये है कि इस थेरेपी में it's so smooth, actually so subtle, that you're not giving harsh medicines. Basically no chemical is entering your body, no equipments required,
और आप ब्रीदिंग सिखा रहे हो जो एक्चुअली हाउ यू नीड टू एग्जिस्ट इन अ राइट वे, राइट मैनर.
Yeah, and it can be done in a small corner of your house. You
Yes.
just need a mat where you will be doing
Yes.
it. You don't even need anything else around.
And
it.
it's teaching, it's not only treating the root cause of your disease or whatever, it's actually, it is affecting overall, in an overall manner.
Yes, yes.
So it's you get recovery is there, at the same time your mental condition also improves a lot.
Definitely.
And as everything is interrelated, interconnected, then overall well-being gets affected. So that brings me to a very interesting question which I find: how many hours do you spend doing yoga practices, pranayama and all that?
See, basically, we have to follow a lifestyle. So we have to follow what we preach, right?
Yeah.
So personal sadhana is very important. We call it a sadhana. So personal sadhana is very important because only if a guru is fit enough, he or she can be an example to the pupils as well as help them also.
Right.
So personal sadhana is very important, and that diet is very important. So we have to be very particular about what we eat. Timings, like after 6 in the evening, we don't eat. Preferably mitahara means a vegetarian based diet is there. Though yoga does not say that you not eat non-veg at all, but it should be like a mitahara, like your food should be very nice, soft, nothing very harsh, hard, that should be there. And all the flavors should be balanced. It's very important, that you're not eating just one kind of food. Then second is the sleep that we do. Like if you call me up by 9:30 in the evening, I might not be awake. I sleep.
Great! That's the best time to sleep. People like us don't fall asleep till 1.
So like my cousins and all, my people know that post 9:30, like she'll not be available. So we have to sleep early so that we get up at 4 in the morning. Like quarter to 4. So between that much time, like quarter to 4 till 4:15 is Brahma Muhurta. Okay? So Brahma Muhurta is the time when actually when you do a lot of meditation, you get answers to a lot of questions that you're asking yourself, you're asking the creator, because that is a time of absolute bliss and peace. So especially I try to get up that early and do my breathings and pranayama and all. And then I have asanas which if I want to perfect a particular asana, then I do it for 2-3 months the same one, so that I am perfected in that. And the rest goes with the classes. As we take the classes, we keep on trying.
Do you also
But don't run away. You have to get up at 4 to do.
No, but I think once we get used to, personally, whenever I get up early in the morning, I happen to, because I actually am not able to sleep early. Whatever, I try my best, but I fall asleep only after 1. So getting up in the morning at 4 or 5 is difficult, but the day I get up, I think my day is blissful.
Yes.
The entire, everything is so set and systematic, everything just goes on time, and that's what I want, and I try my best to do that. I need to learn that technique also. I mean, what all I need to do.
See, even in our classes, some are very regular, and then some are there for a holiday, and then after that laziness sets in. Then from next month we will join. So if they take a break of 1 or 2 months, they realize that their capacity to work and flexibility is really reduced. Because they take a 2-3 months break, totally. So when they come back, they feel like we were lost without yoga.
Right,
So it's like that.
That is there. जो लोग योगा करते हैं वही जानते हैं उसका मजा क्या है. एक दिन भी रहा नहीं जाता. Because I used to do yoga. I recently underwent a surgery, तो मेरा थोड़ा रुक गया है सब चीज़ अभी. तो but till the time I was doing, I used to look forward to. और अभी भी जो भी कुछ थोड़ा बहुत करते हैं, it feels so good.
बहुत मजा आता है. It is like you are challenging your own body without any instruments. So if you are practicing some asana and you want to get to that perfection level, you are challenging your own body, own thing. So you come to know, how strong I am. Like I can actually do this. Certain asanas, पहले तो आपको लगेगा कि ये कब होगा, this that. But when you do this, the same way when you are excelling the asanas, when certain decisions come in life, you are more confident.
Yes,
I can overcome this.
Yes,
this I can
you
do.
challenge yourself and you move ahead.
Yeah.
And then after few days you feel, अरे ये तो इतना simple सिंपल था यार.
So it works that way.
जैसे वो पहले जब when you start those क्या कहते हैं सूर्य नमस्कार,
हाँ.
पहले 2-4 भी मुश्किल होते हैं. I've seen people doing so many.
Yeah, they see
10-15
अभी तो है 108 सूर्य नमस्कार,
हाँ.
बट वेदास में कहीं ऐसा
कहीं
लिखा
नहीं
हुआ
है. हाँ, वो मैंने
डोंट गो इनटू लाइक यू नो, ऐसे इसको रेस की तरह मत लो.
हाँ.
हाँ, आप 6 या 12 भी करो ना, पर रुक के हर एक इसमें मजा लो, लाइक यू नो. सुखम स्थिरम आसनम,
किसी से कंपटीशन नहीं है.
हर एक चीज में आप हर एक पोज में ना एक बेस्ट जाके वहीं पे रहो. देखो ये पोज आपको क्या सिखा रहा है. व्हाट इज इट टीचिंग योर बॉडी? लिसन टू योर मसल, लिसन टू योर ब्रेथ, यू नो. डू इट दैट वे, डोंट डू इट एज अ फैशन. देन 108 करना है और हमको FB पे डालना है, इंस्टा पे डालना है.
राइट. और अभी हमने जो मेडिकल योगा के बारे में, मतलब यू टोल्ड अस सो मेनी थिंग्स अबाउट यू नो हाउ मेडिकली यू आर ट्रीटिंग. I just want to know more about your medical yoga and how different it is from the normal yoga practice.
See, normal yoga is like for any healthy individual. Okay, little bit expensive, but it is like something which is there. It is done as a regular practice in a group-based class. So we do the pranayam. There'll be a meditation and there'll be asanas.
Okay.
So that's how a normal yoga class does. But in a therapy yoga, we target a particular ailment. Okay. So if there is a hypertensive patient who is coming to me, or it's a cancer rehabilitation patient, or a stroke rehabilitation patient. So yoga doesn't treat the symptoms, we treat the patient. So we will take into account that what is the mental state, then the physical state, everything. So we will go into the full medical history, like how is this person, like you know. So we don't only see physical state, ye hai, ye itna kara. No, mentally also we go inside. You know, we try to go to all the koshas that I mentioned, and we will try to know, okay, where is the problem. Okay, so in that we have chakras alignment. We have so many. We have chakras in our body, right? So we try to see कि कहाँ पे, where is this imbalance? Where is the, we have Vata, Pitta, Kapha, the 3 doshas in the body. So where is this imbalance which is making this person into a diseased individual and this showing these symptoms? We are not only seeing the symptoms, only the sugar is high, this is high, and we are done with it. No. Why? Like, does this person worry a lot? Is that affecting the pancreas? Like, you know, what is the history of this person? And which of his chakra is this? See, some people are eating perfectly proper food,
yes,
but still are highly diabetic.
Right.
But then they take so much stress. So it's their mind stress which is going to the pancreas, and that organ is getting disturbed. So we study like that. So that is the difference between medical therapy yoga and the normal yoga.
Thank you so much for sharing this knowledge. And what message would you like to convey to the viewers from your learnings in life?
See, basically I would tell that we should be grateful that we have yoga in our life. So we have to be very grateful to the Vedas and our culture. And we as Indians are we are very rich culturally. So just respect it, go into the field of yoga. Try to adapt it in a very small way. Or okay, you're doing any other kind of exercises, well and good. Everything is good as per the modern way of living. But go to your ancestors' roots and see, like you know, what is yoga, why is yoga. Especially just 10 to 15 minutes of pranayam would give you energy spurt for the entire day.
Wow.
Would give you a good night's sleep. You won't even need anything else to put you to sleep when you do a Brahmari pranayam. So, and a little twisting here and there, like proper asanas, you know, twisting asanas can get rid of so many other ailments for you. So major surgeries can also be avoided. So in a little way, either practice some asana, some breathing. So let yoga be a small part of your life, but it will make a huge difference in your life.
Let me tell you something. I've been observing you, the way you communicating and all. Yoga actually reflects from your personality, that calm and composed nature, explaining things, and it's everything just goes like the flow of yoga. So that subtleness and all.
Yes.
So I do admire you for that.
Basically, I was a very hyper person. I was a person who used to lose my temper very easily, and you know, I used to take things very, very like I wanted to just rush with things. But yoga gives you a kind of composure, balance. You know where to speak, what to speak, how to go about it. So that's the beauty of it.
Okay, so can you share some examples of people who had come to you with difficulties and you have treated them, so that our viewers also get to know, to what extent you are actually.
Yes, definitely. During my internship, we have done a lot of people who came to the hospitals, and we've done that. Like they were in a lot of pain, and after that completely recovered. But this beautiful case which I would like to tell you, that this was just before COVID struck. So there was this young gentleman. He was barely 51 years old, and he was sitting in his office, and suddenly he got a stroke. So it's like a partial brain paralytic stroke that he got, and his entire right side was paralyzed. Okay? So he was part of the hospital. He was there in the hospital for 2 months. So initially he was in the ICU, and then he was out. So when he came to me, he used to come with his son, okay, and he used to come for yoga. So his entire one side was like, his leg was also dragging, but hand was not functional, and he was like, full one side was not functional. He could not even speak. There was saliva which is coming out of. So he practiced yoga with me for 3 to 4 months, 3.5, 4 months. Okay, but he was very regular, very punctual. So initially, his leg then started improving with the stretches that we gave. I used to make him do a lot of breathing and pranayama. Then his hand was completely okay. Then a slight tilt of the face also went. And you will be surprised to know that on the last day, this was 3.5 months time. Okay, he joined me during Diwali time, and this is just before COVID. Okay, till Jan. Then he started coming up. First, he used to come with his son in the car. Because on the last day, he did 25 Surya Namaskars with me. Wow.
25 Surya Namaskars.
And then he used to go on his own bike. So in 3.5 months, he started riding his own bike, and he used to come on his own bike. Great. So just before COVID, I think we had to stop in Feb or something, because it was a hospital, so we had to stop in Feb, March, we just stopped. So till then he had shown, and now he's perfectly alright. He's going for marathons, he's running, and he's always giving me a lot of positive feedback of how yoga has worked on me.
Totally changed. His life is changed.
Very, very changed.
It's like a river that
his job also would have been at stake, right? With this kind of condition. He went back on a motorcycle and he did 25 Surya Namaskars.
Great. Excellent. Thank you so much for coming here. And we are glad to have you here. Viewers, we have been benefited so much. We can understand what a treasure this concept of yoga is, and when you imbibe all these things in your life can be wonderful. And I want Yogacharya to come again with some new topics also, so that we can learn. She has so much to tell us, but we fall short of time. So we'll invite her some other time as well. Till then, bye bye for now.
Bye bye. Thank you.